last class discussed about the blood circulatory system. So blood circulatory system is classified into two main groups. They are of number one, open type of blood circulatory system, closed type of blood circulatory system. So in the lower animals, especially which are not developed under processing going animals, generally open type of blood circulatory system is present. But in the higher animal, closed type of blood circulatory system is there. So closed type of blood circulatory system means if the blood can able to flow in the blood vessels, such kind of blood circulatory system is generally described as open type of closed type of blood circulatory system. Example: Annelida, cephalopods, as well as almost all the vertebrates animals come under the closed type of blood circulatory system. So open type of means especially mollusca, echinoderma and other animals come under the open type of blood circulatory system. So but in the open type of blood circulatory system, they can able to contain the following characters. So generally blood pressure is very low in open type of blood circulatory system. But in the when we are compared to the closed type of blood circulatory system, so blood pressure is more displayed. So especially and also the pigment, the respiratory pigment is generally absent in the open type of blood circulatory system, present in the very closed type of blood circulatory system. So if there in the closed type of open type of blood circulatory, if the pigment is present, it is not present in the special kind of cell, directly it is present in the dissolved in the plasma. So these are the some differentiation between the closed and open type of blood circulatory system. So now I am discussing about the mammalian heart. So generally, you know already, heart is situated in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity, slightly left side situated. So on either side of the heart, two different kind of lungs out there. So always the heart is enclosed by a sheath is called as pericardium. Pericardial sheath is there. That is also dual layer is there. That is outer layer and inner layer. Outer layer is called as epicardium. Inner layer is called as endocardium. Epicardium and endocardium. In between these two, pericardial cavity is present. Pericardial cavity. In the pericardial cavity, pericardial fluid is filled. So this pericardial fluid can able to preventing of the frictions. So when the heart is always functioning, contraction and systole, diastole, rhythmically continuation takes place. So when this kind of situation is going on, mechanical pressure takes place on the surface of the heart. So these kind of mechanical stress, so mechanical frictions can able to preventing easily through the pericardial fluid. So that's why the two sheaths, that is epicardium and endocardium, are also in between the epicardium and endocardium, small space is present. That space can able to fill with the pericardial fluid. It is acting as a shock absorption. So now generally heart is enclosed with the pericardium. It is made by two layers. Outer layer is called as epicardium. Inner layer is called as endocardium. In between these two, pericardial cavity is present. The pericardial cavity is filled with the pericardial fluid. It is preventing of the friction. So generally heart is now present in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity above the abdomen region. On either side of the thoracic cavity, on either side of the heart, so lungs are situated. Lungs can able to function regularly. At the same time, heart also can able to function regularly. When they are contraction and relaxation takes place, what happen? The frictions are takes place. The frictions can able to preventing by the pericardial fluid. So you know already the mammalian heart is four chamber heart. Two auricle, two ventricles are present. Anterior chambers are described as auricles. So posterior chambers are described as ventricle. So anterior chambers are also called as collecting chamber. Posterior chambers are also called as pumping chamber or distributing chamber. So these two anterior chambers are called as collecting chamber. Blood can able to collect in different part of the animal body through this auricle only. The first is the two auricles are there, right auricle, left auricle. The auricles are separated by a divider is called as septum, is called as interauricular septum. Through the interauricular septum, two auricles, right and left auricles are divided. Through that one, the right auricle and left auricle is present. So when we are compared to the thickness of the auricle and ventricle, auricle thickness is very less when we are compared to the ventricle thickness. So ventricle was more thickness is present. Auricle was less thickness is there. So through this now, the right auricle is collecting blood from different part of the animal body through three different kind of veins. So now ventricular aperture. It is guarded by the tricuspid wall. The tricuspid wall is preventing of the backward flow of the blood. So when the blood is collected from different part of the animal body to right auricle, it is also when the auricles are contracted, the blood is entered the ventricle. When the ventricles are contracted, sometimes the blood is goes to the backward flow. Also option is there. That kind of option is not takes place because of the tricuspid walls are preventing of the backward flow of the blood. So that's why wherever there valves are useful for the one-way flow of the direction of any fluid movement. So that that's why the auricles are auriculoventricular aperture and tricuspid walls also backward flow movement is prevented. Similar to have a fashion here on the left auricle, left ventricle. Left auricle also communicates with the left ventricle through a left auriculoventricular aperture. It is also guarded by the bicuspid wall. It is also guarded by bicuspid wall. Through this wall, whatever the right side, so acute blood is enter, left side completely acute blood is enter. Now observe this figure. Through this left side, what is the left side? What is the right side? Through the right side, whatever important big blood vessel is artery, it is called a pulmonary artery. It means acute blood is circulated and supplied to the lungs. In the lungs, purification is takes place. Same time, what is this left side? Purified blood is there. The purified blood is supplied to the different part of the animal body. So like that, always the systole and diastole continuously takes place. Heart contraction is called as systole, relaxation is called as diastole. One systole plus one diastole is called as one cardiac cycle. In the one cardiac cycle, two events are there: systole and diastole. Systole is called as contraction of the heart. Relaxation is called as diastole. Systole. One systole plus one diastole is equal to one cardiac cycle. Through this continuously takes place, rhythmically till up to the death of the animal body is always the systole diastole continuous takes place. So that's why always blood is collecting different part of the animal body to heart to different part of the animal body supplying continuously going on. So like that mammalian heart is present. So tomorrow discuss about the function of the heart, how the functioning is takes place, discuss tomorrow.